Hello, I'm back. Yeah, I didn't film anything yesterday or post anything. I'm sorry. I've already failed. It's only like the sixth day of VEDA. Whatever. It's not really the end of the world. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. Yesterday was a long day. We've been moving a lot of stuff around at the library and kind of made an entirely new children's department out of a small room and a hallway so that they could get in and start renovating and excavating and remodeling what is now, or what was our children's department, and it'll become a couple of different things while they build a new wing for us. So I was tired, and I came home and watched the end of season 3 of Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries with my sister, and it was worth it. And I regret nothing. But I am back today, and so I'm going to do a kind of a longer video. Hopefully, I will be able to do it all on my phone and edit it easily and post it tonight before I have to leave. Okay, so like I said the other day, I'm going to do the Gilmore Girls tag. I saw this on Clara Reads Books on her page. She's adorable. You should go follow her if you do not already. And she got it from somebody else whose name I don't know. So I will probably not tonight because it's difficult on my phone, but tomorrow I will definitely be posting the links in the info once I get to a real computer, and I'm not doing this all on my phone. So, you know, Gilmore Girls is right. One of the best shows that was ever made, full of pop culture references and fast-talking ladies. Yes, it's wonderful. And like I said in the video earlier as well, I am the same age as Rory Gilmore, so I'm especially excited that the show will be coming back because, yeah, I was the same age as Rory when they started, and now I'm roughly the same age as Lorelai when they started, and I'll be the same age as Rory when it comes back if they're following, you know, if they're going year by year. Hey, Charlie, hang on one second. Sorry, I was distracted by a cat who was tearing something up, and that I didn't want torn up. I don't know what's up with her. So, like I was saying, yeah, I'll be, if this season picks, or this new series picks up kind of chronologically, I will be the same age as Rory currently. That makes sense, right? So anyways, I loved Gilmore Girls. I watched it as it was airing, and it was wonderful. It was a show that even my super manly dad we'd find him standing kind of in the doorway behind us as we were watching it, laughing at the jokes. So it was a pretty perfect show. So I wanted to do the Gilmore Girls tag. Some of these, it was really difficult to come up with the answers for. Some of them, it was very easy to come up with the answers for. So, number 1, Lorelai. This is a sarcastic character that you love, and I chose just like the best sarcastic character ever, Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I think that Lizzie would get a hoot out of Lorelai, and I'm pretty sure Lorelai loves Elizabeth Bennet. So yeah, I don't feel like I need to elaborate on that. Number 2, Rory Gilmore. This is a favorite classic book of yours, and I have a couple. Pride and Prejudice, obviously. I really, really love Jane Eyre. I reread that regularly. And I really like Vanity Fair. I really like that book. Okay. Oh, the next one is Luke Danes. Luke Danes, this is a book that you secretly love but are afraid to admit. I do not have a lot of shame when it comes to reading, but when I was younger, I was kind of afraid to admit that I liked reading historical romances. I have a history degree, and I'm not gonna lie, half of the reason that I got into history as much as I did and wanted to study it was the historical fiction and the historical romances that I read as a young kid. They made it come alive, and they made it interesting. So yeah, I guess historical romances, the me of the past would be ashamed. I don't know, embarrassed. Next, Lane Kim. Lane Kim is a musical character, and I chose both Nick and Nora from Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist by Rachel Kahn and David Levithan. This, if you haven't read this book, you should really go read this book. It's, like I said, Rachel Kahn and David Levithan, and it's told, they alternate chapters. And they made a movie with Michael Cera and Kat Dennings. And I liked the movie, I think, just because of Kat Dennings. But it is very different than the book. In the book, if you've seen the movie, in the book, there is no gross gum stuff. Yeah. And while the movie is charming, the book is vastly superior. So you should go read that. There's a lot of musical references in it, and Nick is in a band. So also it's a reference to Nick and Nora from The Thin Man, and I love Nick and Nora Charles. I love The Thin Man. So next, Dean, your first book love. I don't remember. I had to text my mom, and she got really stressed out because she thought it was just like a quiz or a test, and she, struggled to come up with something too. So we decided it was probably the Little House on the Prairie series. She reminded me that she read those out loud to us, my sister and I, when she was pregnant with my youngest sister. And she reminded me that I would get angry with her if she started to read ahead. Because she would. It was really annoying. She'd be reading out loud to us, and then she would stop for a little while, and she'd be obviously reading in her head. And I couldn't have that. Like, I wanted to know what was happening. I couldn't read in my head yet. So annoying. So yeah, the Little House on the Prairie series by Laura Ingalls Wilder, apparently. What did I pick? Oh yeah. So Sookie St. James is the next one, and Sookie is the best. So Sookie is a book that you just devoured. And for this one, the book that I most recently really devoured was Simon versus the Homo-Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. And that book is so good. It's so good. I did this. My friends Karen and Lisa both did this too. We listened to audiobooks of it, and we found ourselves, like, just the last several hours of the audiobook just sitting on our couches doing nothing just to finish the book, just sitting there, lying there, listening. And it's great. I don't want to go into it. You need to buy it. You need to read it. Go do that. Hang on one second. Next is Jess. This is a book that you love that gets a lot of hate, and I couldn't really think of one. So I'm just going to skip that. If I think of one later, I'll write it in the info, but a book that I love that gets hate, I don't know. Okay, moving on. Miss Patty, a book that was ruined by the hype. And for this one, it's kind of going back a little bit. I did not really enjoy The City of Ember by Jeanne Duprau. Sorry. Yeah. Whatever. Miss Patty. This is a book that was ruined by the hype. So I think this one is going way back to The City of Ember by Jeanne Duprau. I think this idea for a book is really interesting, but I didn't like it that much. And for that matter, the Uglies series by Scott Westerfeld. But I think a large part of that was that I listened to the audiobooks of those, and they're read by the same reader, and I hate that reader's voice. So I recently read the graphic novel of The City of Ember, and I really liked that a lot more. But yeah, a bad reader can really ruin a book for me. Emily Gilmore is an expensive book, and actually I can go grab it. Hang on one second. Okay, so if you have been watching any of my videos for any length of time, you know my obsession with Pride and Prejudice. And I think probably the book that I've paid the most money for recently is my Icelandic copy of Pride and Prejudice that I got when I was in Iceland. According to the price tag, it was 2,699 kroner, which I don't know the exact, equivalent in US dollars, but everything in Iceland is very expensive. not very expensive, but it's more expensive than in the US. So, and I don't normally pay a lot of money for books because I work at a library and I live in Texas, and we have this wonderful place called Half Price Books. So besides checking out books and getting free books from publishers at TLA and Half Price Books, I just don't pay a lot of money for books. So that's for that one. And then finally, Paris Geller. This is an uptight character from a book. It took me a few minutes to think of something, and then I figured that I would do one for Karen's birthday and for a book that is coming out this month, and that is Declan. Oh wow, I just forgot Declan's last name. But anyways, Declan from the Raven Cycle series, Ronan's brother. He is a little more uptight than Ronan, you could say. So yeah, I guess he counts as uptight. I would count him uptight. You know. Okay, so that is the Gilmore Girls tag. I hope you're excited about the show coming back in movie form, like mini movie form, even though Melissa McCarthy won't be coming. So yeah, that's it for me today. The 6th day of vlog everyday April. Make sure you do all those nice things you can do on YouTube, like this video, comment below if you're excited about Gilmore Girls coming back, or any of, I don't know, whatever you want to say. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and share this wherever you share YouTube videos. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.